Alright, time for the next installment of the Beginner's Guide series. Today I will be playing Udyr for the R version of Udyr. It's definitely the, I say, easier version to play. You have a lot more room for mistakes, so that should be fine. It's fine, not a problem. They now think I'm gonna be like top side here somewhere. We're just gonna walk over this way. We're gonna recall still. We're gonna ward this still, and then we're just gonna get the sweeping trinket. There are two ways of starting this jungle clear. I could solo start raptors here, which is fine, but I can also just start red. And I think like just going for a standard full clear would probably be like the most consistent. I have to be a little worried, I suppose, about an invade maybe from blitz. That's a little scary, to be honest. Please don't be here. The coverage in like lower elos is always going to be quite bad. Oh, we're chilling. Get the Q down. Do 2 hits. I should have prepped my Q slightly faster. I used 2 hits on the Yorick earlier. You want to prep it beforehand, then 2 hits, and then Q, and then 2 hits again, and then Q again, and then 2 hits again, and then you will have the empowered version done as well. I didn't really do it here because I did use my Q beforehand, like way beforehand. You can just sit on it. But because I, kind of used that on Yorick and didn't reuse it, that's my bad. Don't use your empowered one here. Just let this guy do the tick from this. You want to use the empowered R to basically one-shot your raptors. Now, for the Beginner's Guide series as well, there is a playlist in the description that you can check out. If you are interested, of course. You can pretty much find anything there when it comes to the champions. If they're not out yet, I do upload daily. And well, eventually they will be out. So be sure to subscribe as well if you don't want to miss any. Grab the Q up here. Fight on mid. I'm against the Hecarim, which shouldn't really be an issue. There's really no room for that dude to fight me. So that should be fine. I have a potion here. You definitely don't need the potion. I'm going to say that right now. You really don't need it. But it is safer. And if you do make a mistake, slight errors, it is better to have it than not have it. So that's why I am buying the potion here. On single target camps, try to always, or single target things, try to always use your Q because it does more damage. If your ult is like, or if you're going for any type of AoE place, your ult used for damage is better. W evolve, or say evolve W empower is used to like defend yourself, gives a big shield, gives life, gives like lifesteal sustain type deal. Yeah. And then the E empower gives you unstoppable, which means you can run through CC, slows, all that type of deal. Hecarim went top early. He didn't even finish his full clear. I don't think he can run, no. He's gonna go back to his Crux now. He actually went very early. Silas is pushing out mid. I want to get the scuttle as soon as possible here. Get this down quickly, and then we'll go through mid lane and go for the bot scuttle. Because the Hecarim just went for the Crux back towards Crux because he ganked like kind of early, you know. I have to ghost here because otherwise I might be too late to reach the... Oh, nope, he's dead. Oh, he filled his flash. That's lucky. That is just lucky. That's all I can say. I mean, he was not in a position yet to flash and I was about to stun him, so I guess there's that. But I should not touch this wave, actually. But yeah, that's just very lucky. I had to ghost there to try to save my Aurelia, but she got hit by like the max range thing, unfortunately. We're gonna get bot scuttle here. Because Hecarim can't contest this. Should like switch every 2 auto attacks. That's like the biggest thing for Udyr, switching every 2 auto attacks. Udyr's skills are very straightforward. It's just like the ult gives it, like this gives a slowing effect while also damaging. The E is just a speed up, and when you click someone, hit it with it, it will be stunned. It has a little bit of a cooldown in the stun though, so keep that in mind. Oh god. Oh man, I'm so sniffly, man. What is going on? I'm gonna go for the counter gank here. Use that to slow. You want to kind of walk up with E and then use your ult to slow if you can. Alright, cool. Good enough for me. I just wanted to shove that in because she definitely needs to look towards basing. She has quite a bit of gold at the moment already. Bounces into the third, she can kind of chill. That puts quite a bit of pressure on that Yorick. Yorick does have the kill advantage at the moment. I don't know where I was with the skill thing. Yeah, ult AoE damage, you proc it, it like kind of hones into targets, so that's very useful for like zoning in team fights and stuff. Your W in power gives you like a shield, but it also gives you then a bigger shield and gives you more sustain out of it, which is quite nice. Let me just look at this real quick. Yep, definitely these. And then we'll go for the Dark Seal in combination with the Health Crystal. Perfect. Boots-wise, you can kind of like pick whatever. It's between Swiftness boots. They don't really have like Steel Cap type enemy team because Vayne doesn't really get blocked by Steel Caps that much, so it isn't really that worth. And there's not too many auto attacks to be had. Run up there real quick.
My power deepened after a meal from that old woman.
He's going for his Krugs.
Like a seal sister tail.
See. I should be able to chase this guy very easily. I have Swiftness boots, like there's no way he outruns me. Very good. The set baited the engage there for the like the Yorick, and he wins that 1v1. Hecarim was looking for the gank, but I was just looking there to instantly counter it. Right now, because I killed a Hecarim just now, we're definitely looking to prioritize pressure his camps here. Everything you can take after killing an enemy jungler is something you should do. The midwave seems to be pushing out here as well, but my Aurelia is going to have to be recalling or forced to recall. I mean, he doesn't have mana, so I can probably do this actually. Oh, nope, he's going to walk away. That's fine. That means we just help Aurelia push out midwave here. We just use the ult for that, that's fine. Gonna let her have the recall, basically. This is good for her because she doesn't otherwise clear the wave, and that needs to be pushed in. Also, for me, getting the bot scuttle here is something I was looking at. So that's really good there. The Silas couldn't fight that because he didn't have any mana. But yeah, the wave pressure there is quite necessary. Allows Aurelia for a better recall than Silas would have gotten. Oh, in this case, the Udyr, or sorry, the Udyr, the Hecarim does pick out that wave, but that's fine. And single target Q evolve, or Q empower. I'm gonna say evolve a lot. Out of habit with K or something, I think. Oh, whatever. Gonna have to excuse me on that one. Clear this, use the plant. Hecarim doesn't really do dragon too well, so that's kind of good for me, I suppose. We just have another jungle clear to do. Yeah, top's winning. That's good. Oh, no. I might have to, like... I kind of have to respond here. I'm gonna walk down real quick. That's good. I'm gonna focus this guy down, I think. Oh, the Morgana ult's gonna hurt me. Ouch. Silas taking Morgana ult there was definitely a problem. Aurelia's coming in. She should have cleanup potential here for sure. Are you kidding me with that? Okay, let me pop this real quick. Dudes. I don't know, man. Alright, cool, fine, whatever. Aurelia didn't kill a single person there. That's crazy. I have no idea what the hell that was just about. Jesus. Okay. Fair play, I guess. Whatever. I probably shouldn't have gone back in, to be fair, though. Yeah. Yeah. Got a little greedy on that one. On the HP I was, I really couldn't do that. So, I will admit my mistakes for sure. I'm just going to run top lane straight away. Big wave. York's going to push this in, so this is going to be quite a quick gank. Make sure to, like, not empower your E if you're trying to run something for long distance, because you want to hold your empower. No plant up. Okay, fine. Let's just quickly move in here. Just use this to keep him slowed. Could have used my Q for damage there for the slow. Was just like kind of nice there. Now I just have an entire jungle clear to do. This dragon's gonna spawn relatively soon. I think Silas probably goes back bot here because he's missing again from mid lane. That was not the best death on bot lane, though. For me, for right now, we're just gonna make sure we keep going with the clear. Udyr is very good at, like, just getting games won by himself later in the game. So you start to get going a bit, you're gonna be an absolute monster, so... There is that. They could definitely be doing Dragon. I kind of want to know if they are doing Dragon or not, because that would influence my decision for Rift Herald right here. He did Rift Herald. Oh boy. Okay. How long is this ult? 10 seconds? This should be easy. There we go. You see the strength here of the... Oh my god, this thing is so stupidly annoying, that Yorick cage. Good. There, the strength there from the ult and power. If you use that thing into multiple people, you are like chilling. Like, that does so much damage. You just saw me absolutely obliterate them. I don't think this is chaseable, but we're gonna go for his camps, because again, the rule of you kill the enemy jungler, you take his camps type deal, you know? I wasn't expecting the Hecarim there to be doing Rift Herald. I actually thought he was on Dragon, I'm gonna be honest. Kind of spicy. I should be able to check his Raptors here too. I think they should be up. They are not. I was wrong. Since Aurelia's top, I suppose I may as well take this wave real quick. Otherwise it would be a waste. Did not miss out on the cannon there. Just pick up the wave. We go for the bot scuttle now as well, because we have the pressure for that. I wouldn't really have taken the wave, but the Aurelia's just chilling. Okay, well, he just did scuttle. The wave is worth more than the scuttle, though. Like, the entire wave is definitely worth more, so it was definitely my priority thing. I think I might as well clear this ward. Since Aurelia's still top, I have no room to pressure for Dragon, even though my bot lane is shoved in. If my bot lane has this much pressure, I usually would just start Dragon there, because the Hecarim can't fight me. But because Aurelia's just not in the area whatsoever, I literally cannot afford to go for it. It would be way too risky of a move. What I think is going to happen is Silas is going to rotate bot here, so we're just going to like kind of shadow them a little bit. I still want to look for the Dragon here, potentially as well. There is pressure. This should be more than fine, actually. Come on, Aurelia, don't miss. I did about as much as I could have done, I think. Slow him as well. He's gonna try to keep chasing me. Just E. He tried to ward right there. I'm doing what I can here to stall, man, but... Just use my ult there for the slowing potential, so I can send that into the play. That way I'll have like some type of way to react, because that's like the biggest range ability I have right there. I can't really walk up in melee range because I would just die way too fast, obviously, at the HP I was at. But if the Aurelia plays towards that ultimate, she can at least use the ultimate to her advantage to potentially get both of them, which worked out in this situation, as you saw. Yeah, Udyr, like, very hard to kill. We can just do Dragon here, because the enemy team is still dead. This should be very easy. I need the Morgana or the Kai'Sa. Like, I need somebody to help me out. Come! Dude, what is this? What is going on? I'm gonna get collapsed on like this. This is scary. Oh boy. Please don't do it to me, Hecarim. Oh boy. Okay, we are lucky, I think. Enemy bot lane was not here. Like, they could have easily been running to Dragon, especially if it was warded. That was very scary. Morgana had no reason to just be in bot. Like, she might as well, like, start walking up a bit, like, giving me some type of coverage, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. Let me see. We go Jaksho here. Perfect. Ah, so I've got top turret. Very nice. As soon as you see the enemy jungler on the map, just always make sure to like ping it twice. Very good habit to do because people might not see it. What the? Really? Who took my Gromp? Did Yorick take my Gromp? Like, actually? Oh. Spicy. Hecarim, or is Hecarim's red just respawned? I wonder if Yorick's gonna go for that with that pathing choice right there. Give the Aurelia the heads up that the Yorick is in the area. Yorick's probably gonna walk back towards the top side, I would imagine, so I can probably just wait for him, right? I think... Okay. Oh, that plant hit's kind of unfortunate for me, isn't it? Walk back down and walk down and then walk back up. Let me use this. Oh my god, come on. I hate the Yorick cage. There's nothing I can really do about it either because I have no form of dashes. Where's my set even going? I'm just confused as why to my set. I don't know why he walked backwards there. Okay, well, I guess that's -1 kill for us, I suppose. That's fine. Udyr's chase potential is insane, so definitely try to use that to your advantage. Clear that. I'm currently looking at that Herald. Level 11 hit is also very good here. Yeah, well. Guess I'll go check this guy's raptors. We want to pressure him in for his camps as much as possible, at least. Still just waiting for the Herald here, mostly. This is like the biggest thing I can currently get. We're gonna say he's probably bot side. Single target use the Q power. Hecarim is indeed okay. Hecarim is indeed bot. I was pinging this the set more for the Silas rotation, which definitely could have happened. There he goes. Good. The ideal thing to use the Herald on is just breaking mid turret here, opening up the map so I can pressure the Hecarim more. So that's what I'm gonna do. Like they're up. There we go. Ooh, I got the kill. How did I get the kill? Was it demonic burn that lasted just long enough? It must have been. All right, we take those. How the? Stun him. Call him again. Good. I definitely don't want to disrespect this too hard. Let's check Hecarim's camps real quick. Make sure to take this because he is dead. Use my W to heal consistently here as well. As much as you can, always try to pressure for the enemy jungler's camps after they die. I think the Gromp could be a bit risky, but bot turret is very low, so I think I might be able to take it still. Okay, no, Blitz is seeing me right now, so we're just going to leave. Isa's going to get bot turret here. That's good. I have a minute on Dragon, which leaves me with just enough time to just clear a bit. At least my bot side half, you know. Oh boy. This might be a turret dive, actually. I really need to recall. I don't know what you're pinging me for. You just died to that for no reason. There's the Yorick. I kind of have to wait here at this point. I don't want this guy to get dove, so... He's gonna get dove here probably, and then I'm just gonna go for it. There's the Hecarim. Get this thing out of here. I know my smite won't necessarily be up right now, but it's gonna be up in time for the dragon. The Yorick's getting pushed in on top. So oh, my team's engaging. Why are they engaging a 4v or 2v5? That's not my problem. We see set top lane, no teleport. There is absolutely no reason to start fighting bot lane. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. Because if we, like, try to go in, they were completely safe. I used my time there already to, like, make sure my Kai'Sa doesn't die. And then, like, the Yorick went back to top lane and all that. There's just, at that point, like, there's only so much you can do, right? This is a bit of an issue. My bot lane is kind of walking in all the directions. Yeah, no follow-up. It's whatever. Dudes. Like, how is this legal? What is my bot lane doing, man? I clearly showed that I was on a ward there as well. Come on, hook me. Damn. The fact that Hecarim gets away with that is crazy. I know I'm on a ward right here. I can definitely get hooked over, but it's okay. My top side is up now, so I'm just gonna go back. I have so much gold as well. I was trying to bait on the ward with the recall because I saw the ward was there. So I was trying to bait for the recall. And yeah. My bot lane, my Kaisa was just kind of chilling on the side. The Hecarim really went in with the plant, and it should have just been an instant Morgana binding into a complete death on his end. That's what I was expecting. That was what I was going with there. Didn't happen the way I expected it though, but whatever. Now here you see me do something I wouldn't usually do for the beginner series, but Udyr is one of those champions that holding this thing alive on is very, very easy. You are extremely difficult to kill, so the Majai's is actually worth taking on this, even if you're not comfortable with like Majai's play as much. This champion doesn't die, or it's at least extremely difficult to die because you're building Jaksho as well. I wouldn't really recommend upgrading the Majai's before the Jaksho though, if you are like a little uncomfortable with it. But after the Jaksho, you're going to be so unbelievably tanky anyway. You can just afford to do it, if that makes sense. This is one of those champs where I just recommend it. Oh boy. Oh, that's a blitz hook and a half. That's a very good hook that could kill me. I say could. It doesn't have to kill me, but Vayne probably gets me with this here. Nope, we are chilling. Yeah, you see exactly what I mean though. That's why I recommend the Majai's on this champion. I even got a blitz hook back into it, and I still didn't die. If I'm like, obviously like Evelyn, stuff like that, just the squishier stuff that I normally go Majai's on as well, I wouldn't really recommend it here. Please, man. It's just a free Baron. Kaisa is going for wolves. This is ridiculous. What am I looking at? Him? What is happening right now? We're just like doing Baron by ourselves, are we? Okay then. I mean, Udyr can do it. Like, you have plenty of sustain. It's okay, but... Oh. Interesting. I mean, if my bot lane is committing, like, a play on bot and the enemy goes for it, we just have a free Baron, so I'll take it. Don't mind me too much, but, you know. I'm a bit surprised as to why we don't just take Baron for free. Let's go, clear this Yorick out real quick. Get rid of this. That's annoying as hell. Yeah. No damage. It's okay. Not out here to take damage. Or we're out here to take damage, but we're just jack showing it up with some W's, you know. Oh, that man is tilted. We go Stoneplate next. You go Stoneplate because it scales unbelievably well with Jaksho together. It gives you just double resistances. And I kind of need both, honestly, against that team. So it's fine. You can kind of combine these two with Stoneplate. You get an extra shield out of it, which is great. So all of that works really nicely. You can see, though, like, I'm going into these fights, like, I'm tanking so much, but I'm just not dying. And that's why I would still recommend the Majai's. Obviously, don't pick the Majai's if you were, like, super far behind. If you're doing, like, reasonably well in the game, definitely, like, the Dark Seal upgrade into the Majai's is very good. Dark Seal is something I would recommend you to pick up every game, though, because it's just very solid. Like, Udyr does really well with AP damage. So I would definitely recommend picking that up. But the Majai's, again, isn't necessary, but would recommend on this champion because it's just so easy to, like, keep alive. Zone the Hecarim real quick. Set doesn't get bothered by that one. I want to get blitz hooked here. Let's send my ult. Okay. Well, since he is diving, we are going for it. Oh, come on. Get that man off the map. Get this man off the map as well. This is what I mean. We're chilling. We're literally chilling. Like, yeah, you don't die on this champion. As long as you make sure you, like, use your W's and, like, an effective time, you will not die on this champion. And that's why Majai's is so good. Finish this. We will not be able to finish more than the inhibitor here, but we're definitely taking the inhibitor. I'm just going to go for dragon. I like maybe could squeeze out a turret here, but that's with those death timers, it's going to be very risky. I could very easily die for that. I'm going to just rush the dragon down instead of like taking any of Hecarim's camps. because I think dragon takes a priority here. If I take the time to do his camps, I could like risk a potential like dragon steal maybe. Probably not, but even if there's the slightest of chances, it's not worth risking the dragon for a play, if you know what I mean. So I'm not going to. Very good. Gonna get the red real quick and then we'll recall. Just because I'm not sure if they were actually gonna give me red buff, and I quite like it in the situation, especially for additional HP regeneration. I'm quite fed. There we go. And then I just need to pick another item. I'm actually not 100% sure on this one. I'm just gonna pick a health crystal for now. I'd rather him just leave that to me. He doesn't use it anyway, so for him taking that from me doesn't make any sense. If it was like anyone that used AP, or like, sorry, not AP, anyone that used mana, I would have been absolutely no problem if he took this from me. I don't really care that much. But besides from me, it doesn't really benefit the rest of my team that much because they're not that mana hungry. I'm gonna cut this guy off real quick. Hello, Udyr. One of the things to remember, by the way, about Udyr is if you're trying to chase somebody, one of the biggest things would be use your E, and then right as you like kind of get close to them, it like, and you barely can't reach them, make sure to use your ult, like right at that moment, right as you're walking up to them. I'm gonna use my ult here because it hits blitzcrank as well. It's not just solo target. If it was just Vayne, it would be technically a bit better to use my Q in power to just burst her out because it does more damage. But okay. Oh, sure. As of right now, my own camps don't matter. I just want to take as much from this Hecarim as I can, which he seems to be taking that one, so I'll go take this. It's not even up, but I just want to deny the Hecarim as much as possible. Walk at him here. Gonna go clear the wave. If I can bait some attention, I'd be happy with that. On him here. Vayne can't walk up. If she does, she's dead. There he goes. My Jaksho is proc right now. There she goes. She doesn't do any damage to me. We use the ult in power here. And we're going to use Stone Plate right now. Then we're going to use another ult. And I think I'm actually tanking turret too long. I was in turret range for like an extra 400 damage there, which was a bit of an issue. Obviously, I was getting hit by like literally 3 people at the same time, which on top of an ignite is kind of an annoying situation to be in. But that 400 extra damage from turret was actually quite relevant, I think. It probably would have been the difference between me getting another W off for another shield into an empowered W for a bigger shield, and that would have been over, but, you know. My armor is looking pretty good. Vayne is not doing the most damage, I would say, at the moment to me. Like, basically what I'm deciding here is whether what item I should get next. I'm looking at Force of Nature for the magic resist, which also gives me movement speed, which is quite nice. Works really well against Silas as well for like all of his passive hits. So that would be quite good. It also works quite well against blitzcrank damage with his ult. We have Tormir for healing reduction, which I don't think I need. Actually, maybe I could use it. Thornmill would be decent as well. I think I'm actually going to go for Thornmill. I think that's okay here. I think I'm not too worried about the magic damage I'm going to be taking. And I think the Thornmill just makes sense for the healing reduction. Like, Hecarim has a lot of healing. Silas has a lot of healing. Yorick does a good bit of healing as well. So I think it just makes sense here. But know that you can do pretty much anything with that slot that you want. You can also sell your boots next. Because you have a Majai if you are running this. If you're not running Majai, then you don't have to worry about it too much. But if you are running the Majai, then you have the 10% increased movement speed from that. And then your E as well, so you can easily afford to sell boots for like something like a Force of Nature, for example, to still hold on to all the movement speed. There's level 18. Dragon's up in like 44. We're going for this. You are serious with this. And then I get interrupted by you. Okay, cool. My god. I'm just gonna chase this guy. He's not gonna be able to outrun me here. It's not gonna happen. There he goes. The Blitz sacrificed himself to save his Silas, which I guess is kind of worth it. Use this. That's good enough for me. Stun him and finish off the Vayne. Perfect. Oh, there we go. You see, this is like an absolute, like, yeah, this champ is a monster. So, yeah. I would recommend playing him for sure. I think he's the best jungler right now, honestly. Like, straight up. So let's go into the endgame stats here. Alright, so for the endgame stats here as well, I ended up doing about 40k damage, which is like double the rest of the game. Roughly. Obviously, not exactly, but roughly. So very, very good there. This is like very high damage output. And then true damage at about 3600. Pretty decent. Damage to objectives at 51.3k. They should always be high. Like, if you are the winning jungler, try to get this as high as possible, really, because you need to have that dragon control as much as you can, at least. Rift Heralds, Barons, stuff like that, you know. You gotta have some good damage on those. So, turret damage here didn't do too much. It's mostly damage dealt to, like, dragons and Barons and stuff like that. So, yeah, obviously I lost, like, an early Rift Herald and an early dragon, I believe. Maybe not the early dragon, but the Rift Herald definitely. Healing done at 11.6k, which is a lot of healing as well. Correct W usages will be very, very effective. Also something for like the note with Udyr. Initially, you are going to struggle a bit, probably. You're going to have to learn how far you can actually go in certain fights and how far you, like, when you have to walk away and stuff like that. And it's going to cost you a lot of deaths. But please don't be too worried about that. You're just going to have to get a feel for it. Damage taken here at 41.4k. So, most damage taken by a good margin, and then most damage done by a good margin, and then on top of that for the damage taken, we also have this stat, obviously, and this is 70,000 self-mitigated damage. So, stack that together with the damage taken for 40k, so I took about, what is that, like 112k damage taken overall. You can't die, man. Like, it is very difficult to die. Like, the only death I had when after I finished, like, an item, the Juck Show, basically, like, after finishing that, the only death I really had was, like, a 1v4, I believe, so, you know, yeah. Gold earned 17k, and then for the runes, Conquer healed me for about 1200, not too bad. Obviously, the adaptive damage is the bigger stat here that you need to keep in mind, but you don't see. Triumph for 2600 healing, which is really good. Like, Triumph kicks in, and like Triumph healing with like W healing, every single assist you get, and you get lower HP, missing HP comes back, and it's just very, very good. Because you have to remember, like, the HP stat here is like not too amazing, because you're building Juck Show with Stoneplate, which is just pure resistances. But the reason you're kind of forced to do this, I would say, I don't even know if that's the correct term I would use, is because Udyr's W blocks a ton of damage over time. With all those resistances, it works as like an extra HP bar, basically. So yeah, also Demonic gives you HP as well, obviously. But, you know, Last Stand for about 1100 damage, very solid there. Last Stand's definitely the best one to take, because it makes closer fights better. And yeah, in those 1v4 team fight situations where you're just like tanking the entire enemy team, you're kind of chilling. And that's where Last Stand also works really nicely with like an empowered ult. We have Conditioning Tenacity here, the combination for, or sorry, the Tenacity Unflinching combination for the CC that they do have. If they have an insane amount of CC, like an absolutely crazy amount, that's when you would go for Mercs. But yeah, if they like have enough auto attack based stuff, you definitely go Steel Caps. But if they don't really have either of them, like if they don't have great Steel Caps option or a great Mercs option, that's when you just go Swiftness Boots. Because it's just very good for like chase potential and stuff, overall map tempo. And the conditioning works really well, obviously, together with Juck Show and the Stoneplate type deal for the extra resistances, so this kind of stacks up quite nicely, making you very tanky. But yeah, that is it for Udyr, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Bye.